It's senior night here on the campus of St. Xavier University, and to cap off a doubleheader, we have a good one in store as the men's basketball teams for Roosevelt University and St. Xavier University do battle here on Bob Hallberg Court in the Shannon Center. Good evening, everyone. Ron Luce on the call with you for this senior night tonight. And in addition to it being senior night, we have a battle of the conference's top two teams right here in front of you this evening as the number one seeded Roosevelt Lakers enter tonight. They're 16-2 in conference play, 19-7 overall, and they are 5 of 5 in their last 5 under first-year head coach D. Brown. And on the flip side, it's the Cougars coming in at 15-3 overall in the conference standings. They are 21-5 overall on the year and 5-0 in their last 5 under second-year head coach Robert Ford. As we get the starters listed off, as we noted, it is senior night. 5 seniors walking tonight for the Cougars. Number 0, Drew Bishop. Number 2, TJ Babakur. Number 12, Jaden King. Number 23, Maki Moore. And number 34, Tino Shabai. All were honored pre-game today. Quickly for the Lakers, your starters. Number 2, Maurice Commander. Number 11, Ayo Ajaboy. Number 12, Yuri Swinford. Number 12, Yuri Swinford. Number 20, Matt Myers. And number 22, Julio Montez II will start for the visitors. As you hear in the background, first starter listed for the Cougars is number 5, Kevin Bishop. He will be joined as one of the bigs by number 20, graduate student Jack Halverson. Joining them will be guard number 30, Cedric Johnson. Joining them is one of our 5 seniors that we noted earlier, is TJ Babakur. Will get the start tonight on the point. And the team leading scorer and senior number 12, Jaden King, will round out the top scorers. King's 21.5, good for 12th in the country for the NAIA in terms of total scoring. And he is second in the conference, only behind Tyler Schmidt of Olivet Nazarene, who averages 23.2 per game. 20 minutes on the clock. First half action about to get underway in this what should be incredible battle. Lakers wearing their away black uniforms this evening with the white numbers and letters and the green trim all around to round out their color scheme. And the Cougars in their traditional home whites here tonight with the red and black detail throughout and red numbers and letters across the front and back. We have a packed house tonight for senior night here in the Shannon Center. A good crowd on hand for this 1v2 matchup in the conference standings. Halverson and Ajaboy will do the tip-off, and we're underway as the Cougs win the tip-off in this CCAC 1-versus-2 battle between the Lakers and Cougars. Babakur working everything to the point. They'll work it down low to Bishop, and he is stripped as Swinford comes in and steals the ball away. Good start for the Lakers on defense. They'll get things going as Montez II brings it forward. Commander gives it right back to Montez as he sets up around the Bob Hallberg logo. The Lakers will go to work. Everything to the outside, under 10 to shoot. Over to number 20, Myers, and into the lane. Ajaboy will try to get it to go. He cannot, but shot clock violation as that shot did not hit the rim. And just like that, the Cougars doing a nice job defensively to force a turnover. Babakur will get things going over to Jaden King. We noted his scoring prowess. He's coming off a 26-point performance last time out. Halverson's J is good, and the Cougars draw first blood here on senior night. Montez II guarded tightly by Johnson up top. And now over to Commander on the far side as the freshman guard gets it back. Cougars have prided themselves on their defense all season long as Swinford kicks. Montez back to Swinford, nice fake. And Ajaboye unable to convert as Halverson hauls in the board. Johnson, quick pass down to Halverson. He's drawing a lot of attention. Back over to Babacar here. Open three-pointer just off the mark. A hair short as the rebound is run down by the graduate forward, number 11, Ayo Ajaboye. Commander looking for a pass, finds Montez on the near side. Back up top to Commander as they set up the attack, approaching 10 to shoot. Into the lane for Swinford, got the Cougs off their feet, and just like that, he will draw the foul. That'll send Swinford to the line here to shoot two. This Roosevelt team last season came in as the 5 seed in the conference tournament and actually upset the Cougars right here in the Shannon Center on a buzzer beater in the first round of the CCAC tournament. And now under first-year head coach Dee Brown, this team atop the CCAC for the time being. And a win tonight would almost certainly guarantee them a regular season conference championship. This will be a well-fought game nonetheless as the Cougars come in revitalized as well under second-year head coach Robert Ford. Second shot off the mark. So 1 for 2 is Swinford on that trip to the line. Tight defense coming here from the Lakers in the full-court press, but they get it into the front court to the Cougars. Johnson drawing attention. Nice pass down low as Bishop converts for 2. Montez the second, looking for help, calling for the screen. Not sure he'll get it just yet as he and Myers play catch. Swinford once again, it's taken away, poked out by a Cougars player. Here comes Johnson quickly down the court. And a holding foul is the indication from the lead official. The foul will be on the floor against the Lakers. Now, Cougars will inbound from just in front of the visiting bench. Off to our left here in the Shannon Center. Babacar gets the offense started for the Cougars, 3-point lead. Halverson in the high post, down to Bishop in the low post. Draws contact, offensive foul is called. With 17:03 still to go, it'll be a turnover. Nothing home there for the Cougars as Bishop picks up his first. As Montez touches, that will get the offense going. Bishop already 2 fouls here in the early going. Montez over to Commander on the far side. That pass nearly lost, but Swinford able to run it down. To Myers, near side, 3, in! Beautiful shot from Myers, who a year ago delivered that buzzer beater. And the Cougars go back to work offensively, tied at 4. Johnson waiting for Bishop, kicks it over to Babacar. Good ball movement. Bishop to the line, he's got and 1. Kevin Bishop with a beautiful power move to the rim. And he drew the contact. That will be the second team foul against these Lakers. And it'll go against Yuri Swinford. And a quick substitution coming. It'll be the freshman forward, Shane Stevenson, number 35. He'll check in for Ayo Ajaboye. Bishop going to the line here to compete the 3-point play with 16:25 to go in the first half. And Bishop's bid is good. Substitution coming for the Cougars. Tino Shabai will check in for the first time tonight in place of Kevin Bishop. Cougars lead by 3 after the 3-point play from the aforementioned Bishop. Montez looking for Myers here on the near side. Roosevelt going to work in the half court. Montez the second, getting it back. Myers fakes the three, pass down low to Swinford. It's blocked by Halverson. Here come the Cougars. And a foul is called as Johnson absorbed contact from Montez the second. That'll be the third team foul now against these Lakers. King will inbound from the far sideline for Babaker, and the Cougars are off to the races. Quick pass down low, Shabai, Halverson, lots of contact as Halverson draws the foul. This Roosevelt team is a fast-flying team. But as you can tell, they're going to be committing fouls quite a bit at this pace. That's already 4 team fouls now in the opening half here for these Lakers. Officially 15:56 to go here on the clock. Halverson will nail the first free throw. Cougars double up the Lakers here in the early going. And Halverson will bang home the second one as well. Good start for the Cougars. They need to keep their pedal on the metal if they hope to dethrone Roosevelt from the top of the conference standings. Commander on the far side, back to Montez the second. They'll continue to play catch. Now Stevenson working it down low, and a beautiful takeaway from Johnson. Here comes Cedric Johnson. He'll kick. It's lost, though, and Swinford does a nice job. Pace of play high as Myers dribbles it in. He falls to the ground. Stevenson denied from behind. Denied once again, but able to pick it up for a third time and converts. Good work by Stevenson down low to continue to get his own rebound. And just like that, just a three-point game. Shabai in the high post looking for Halverson down low, and a foul called. A hold is called against Matt Myers, so that's 5 fouls already here for the Lakers as a whole. And now for the first time tonight, we'll see number 5, Chima Wosu. He checks in place of Myers. And Babaker will get things started. King, 3 from the wing. In and out it goes. Tough shot from Jaden King. Nothing home there for the Cougars on that last possession. Montez over to Commander on the far side. Montez now on the drive. And he'll draw contact. That'll be a foul. That'll send number 22, Montez the second, to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. Looking to make it a 1-point game. And he will convert on the first. We're going to go 2 for 2 now. And he will do just that. 1-point contest. Cougars still out in front, 9-8 in the early going of this first half. Cougars pressured as they bring it into the front court. Johnson with it now. And Montez the second with a steal. He'll take it in. He'll kick it out to Commander. 3-pointer off the mark. Loose ball run down by Johnson. No foul called, though, however, as the Lakers get it back. Commander will settle things down, and now a timeout will be taken with 14:24 to play. Roosevelt, the first team to burn a timeout. We'll step aside for a brief breather. We'll be back with you here when the action resumes on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 14:24 on the clock here in the first half. Cougars still with a 1-point lead. Good affair so far in this one. A packed house tonight on senior night. This is game 2 of the doubleheader today. The women's teams for Roosevelt and SXU squared off at 5 o'clock. And the Cougars reigned victorious 89-64 to hang on to one of their top 4 seeds in the CCAC standings. The ladies hoping to host sometime next week at least one tournament game. And barring any upsets, perhaps a second. Coming out of the timeout here, Roosevelt first to take said timeout. First-year head coach Dee Brown piloting this Roosevelt team to the top of the CCAC standings with that 16-2 conference record. Great turnaround under the first-year head coach. Lakers looking to get something going here. Commander's pass is tipped as Johnson takes it away. And he'll wisely slow things down and allow his teammates to regroup. Babaker with it here on the near wing. Back to Johnson up top. There's Halverson in the post. He'll kick to Babaker now, who drives the baseline. And back out to Johnson. This Lakers team quick to the ball on the defensive end. Here's King. Floater in the lane, and he gets it to go. King fresh off 26-point performance last time out. Looking to continue that here. Well, his first bucket of the night, however. And this early going. Commander working against Shabai here in the near corner. Kicks it back up top to Montez the second. 10 to shoot on the clock. Montez on the drive. Nice dish to Wosu. Back out to Commander. And now to Montez for 3. Off the mark. King trying to out-rebound Stevenson. Unable to do so. And no shot clock violation as that ball did hit the rim. So they'll get the clock situation addressed with 13:13 to go. An official indication will be 19 seconds to shoot. This will be Stevenson on the far side to inbound, and the Lakers go back to work. Wosu to Stevenson with the floater, and it's good for another 2. Beautiful work there. Quick passing from the Lakers. And a quick 2 points to make it a 1-point game here once again. Shabai in the high post, kicks back out to Babaker. Now Johnson looks for King as they continue to weave up top. King looking to shake the defender, does. Pulls up for the 2, it's off the mark. And that ball will be Laker possession after it glances off of Johnson and out of play. Now Montez the second will get things going. Stevenson in the high post. It's stripped. Here comes Babaker for the Cougars. Waiting for reinforcements. Finds it via Shabai. Babaker gets it right back. Floater in the lane, and 2 more for the Cougars. Good play defensively for the Cougars. Leading it into offense as well. Here's Montez the second. Trying to dribble it in. He'll kick out to Stevenson now, who pulls up for the shot off the mark. And bodies hit the floor, but it will be Cougar possession going the other way. No fouls called. This officiating crew certainly letting the boys play. And Babaker will get things going here for SXU. Still no substitutions for the Cougars. Nice quick ball movement as Shabai gets another 2. Halverson to Shabai. Beautiful work down low from the big men. And the Cougars now lead by 5 as we continue to wane closer to the halfway point of this first half. Montez Jr. And he's got another. Montez the second for 3. And just like that, it's a 1-possession game here yet again. Here's Johnson, wanted to drive, kicks to Halverson down low instead. Halverson on the turnaround, and he's got another one off the glass. Beautiful work for Jack Halverson in the low post. Returned on New Year's Eve. And they've certainly appreciated having him in the second half of the season. Halverson, an elite player on this Cougars roster. Montez the second, nice kick. Stevenson with another 2. Great passing, especially in limited space for both sides this far. Brings us to the point we're at now with it being a 2-point game. Cougars will reset with Babaker at the point. He'll drive on Montez the second. Nearly has it stolen. Shabai, three, it's good! Tino Shabai. We learned today in the senior night introductions, fourth best shooting percentage from beyond the arc in program history, as Commander pulls up for two there. And you saw it on display there for Shabai. Good answer for the Lakers, however, via Commander. Johnson on the far wing, back to Babaker. They'll continue to play catch. They want Halverson in the post, looking for him, and they'll try to get it there. Deflected away by Swinford, but Babaker able to maintain possession. Babaker now off the glass, gets the friendly roll. The Lakers really conscious about Jack Halverson in the post, trying their best to take away any opportunity he gets. So far, they've only been able to limit him. 6 points already for Halverson, that leads the team. Commander pulling up, no shot, and they'll call him out of bounds upon receiving that pass, pardon me. Returning to the game is Myers for the Lakers. No changes yet for the Cougars. All the starting four minus Kevin Bishop still on the floor. There's Babaker on the drive, kicks it out to Shabai. Now over to Johnson on the far side. Johnson all the way to the rim, and he's got two. Stretch, young man. Beautiful play for Cedric Johnson to keep the Cougars comfortably in front for the time being. Commander has it here on the near side, back to Montez, the second up top. Looking for this screen, it won't come. And they continue to play catch. Waiting for the off-ball movement to occur. Here's the pull-up from Commander. A couple of Lakers went up and unable to maintain possession. So it will be Cougars ball. And now a timeout taken here by SXU. What an exciting first half so far. Cougars lead 24-17. We'll step aside for a breather, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 8:48 to play here in half number one. As we noted, it is senior night here on the campus of St. Xavier University. Ron Luce joining you on the call here for this one, and it's been a great first half so far between the top two in the CCAC. Cougars currently maintaining the lead 24-17. Head coach Robert Ford taking his first timeout of the evening. High intensity here in the Shannon Center. A large crowd on hand for this Wednesday night doubleheader. A lot on the line here for the Cougars in terms of conference positioning. So far, Jack Halverson leading the way with 6 points. Shane Stevenson on the other side, tying him with the same mark for the game high. Both each leading their respective teams thus far. Babaker will receive the pass from Johnson on the inbound. 8:43 and counting to go here in this half. Babaker on the drive, nearly loses it. Kicks it down low to Halverson, and that'll draw the foul. And they'll call it on the floor, so it will be an inbound play from the baseline. And a substitution coming here as Myers subs out. Swinford returns to the floor. Ayo Ajaboye also back out on the court. All other personnel still remaining the same. Halverson, and he's stolen by Montez the second. Good support defense from the freshman guard. Excellent execution there on the backside. Swinford, pass is lost. Here comes Johnson in transition. Guarded by Montez the second, that's off the mark. Wosu, and it's lost by Swinford. And now the foul will be called as Johnson draws the contact. 8:08 to play here is Ajabuye is called for the foul. Lakers now up to 17 fouls here in this first half. That takes the first half of the bonus into effect. Johnson nails the free throw there. This, however, on the shot, so Johnson guaranteed 2 regardless. And Johnson goes 2 for 2. Good trip to the line there for Johnson. Cougars extend their lead even further. However, this Lakers team certainly not going away. The Cougars will have to continue to play their strong defense that they played thus far. Montez the second got the screen, unable to do anything with it as Babacar was guarding him tightly. Here's Commander trying to dribble the baseline, gets it to Swinford. And now a travel is called against the Lakers and Swinford, so it will be a turnover in Cougar possession. And something wrong with the ball that appears a little bit of sweat. Like a little bit of liquid on the ball, unfortunately, but official takes care of it. Babacar inbounds, and SXU goes back to work. Johnson able to bring it across half court. He's got plenty of space. Nice move to the rim, unable to finish, however. And the Lakers escape a good one there. Johnson had a beautiful look at the basket. Pulling up is Commander, it's short. Johnson, right place, right time for the rebound. And he slows it down as the pace continues to pick up. Shabai coming, looking to set a screen. Instead, he'll pull up for the 3. That's off the mark. Ajabuye hauling in the rebound for the visiting Lakers. Looks like Kevin Bishop will be returning in a moment, as will Stevenson. Here's Wosu to the bucket with a nice move on the baseline. First bucket for the Lakers in a few minutes. The Cougars will work it up quickly. Shabai thought about the 3, instead recoils and gives way to King, and now Babacar. Cougars letting the offense set up. Here's Johnson, nice move, kick to the Halverson down low. Halverson on the hook, and he's got another 2. Jack Halverson currently having his way down in the post. There'll be a couple of Cougar substitutions coming here, and at the next whistle, whenever that is. Wosu to the bucket, and it looks like a goaltend is going to be the call. So that will be bucket Lakers. And now the substitutions can occur. Shabai and Johnson to the bench. Kevin Bishop returns to the floor. And for the first time tonight, we'll see number 0, Drew Bishop, one of the 5 seniors walking today. King, floater in the lane. Bit too much. Loose ball. Halverson comes up with it. Here's Babacar now on the drive. His floater, teardrop off the mark. Battle for it. Bishop comes up with it again, and 1! Kevin Bishop! Kevin Bishop doing the dirty work down low. Working hard, got the rebound, and as he put it up, set himself up for an and 1 play. That's the 8th team foul now for the Roosevelt Lakers. With still 6 minutes to go here in this first half. And Bishop's bid off the mark, but still a big bucket nonetheless by Kevin Bishop. The Cougars have a 9-point advantage. Here's Commander. Kicks it over to Montez the second on the far side. He has to hold on to it as he wanted to unleash a shot. Commander will do the same, however, and drains the 3. Big response by the Lakers via number 2, Maurice Commander. And now just a 6-point game as we tick under 5.5 to play in the first. Here's Babacar after the nice spin. Nearly loses it over to King. King on the drive. King up. And a blocking foul is called, albeit a little late, but comes nonetheless. And D. Brown giving the official an earful. That'll send Jaden King to the line with 5:21 to play. Jack Halverson now with 8 points in this one. Kevin Bishop with 7. Certainly feels like the Cougars want to get their bigs involved. They've done just that here in the early going. 15 of the 30 team points. Now make it 31 after that King free throw. Coming from the big men, both 3 of 3 from the field as well. Jaden King now up to 3 points, looking to make it 4. And he will get the friendly roll. Cougars back out in front now, this time by 8. 32-24 your score here as we creep into the final minutes of this first half. Montez the second down to Stevenson in the high post. Montez the second now will get the screen. Good defense from Drew Bishop. And a tough move from Montez, the commander. Off the mark, King with the rebound. King will slow things down here for the Cougars. Gives way to TJ Bobaker to run the offense. Halverson in the high post, down low to Bishop. And a foul is called. No shot is the indication, so it was on the floor. That'll be the 9th foul already, though, for this Lakers team. And with that, both phases of the bonus are met. Pardon me, that was the 10th foul according to the scoreboard here. So Bishop, 2 free throws coming. And the first one a bit short. 4:43 to play here in this first half. This one really shaping up to be not only a defensive game, but it should be an incredible second half as well, if it's anything like the first. Bishop will convert on the second free throw. There's that 9-point lead restored here for the Cougars. Here comes Montez the second. Commander, they play catch. Everything going through the point now. The freshman Montez the second done a nice job leading the offense. Swinford on the drive, looking for Wosu, but poked out a play by a Cougar. It might have been Kevin Bishop getting a hand on it. So will remain possession Lakers, just 8 to shoot though. And now a timeout's going to be taken here. D. Brown wanting to talk things over with his squad. 4:21 to play here in half number 1. Cougars lead by 9. We're going to step aside for a brief breather. We'll be back with you here in 1 moment on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. This not only senior night, but the penultimate game of the season for the Cougars. They'll go on the road this weekend on February 19th. That is Saturday. It'll be a men's-women's doubleheader at Olivet Nazarene down south in Bourbonnais. The men will tip off at 3 o'clock following the women's tip-off at 1. That will conclude the season, and then the CCAC tournament will open starting on the 21st. Early next week. The Cougars looking to try and take that top seed from these Roosevelt Lakers. Montez the second pulling up from deep. That's off the mark. Bobaker able to secure the rebound, and the Cougars slow things down. King on the far side. Montez the second, aggressive, tried to take it away. Unable to do so, though, as Bobaker secures the pass. Here's Bobaker now on the drive. Nice move to the basket. He's got another 2. TJ Bobaker having himself a strong night so far. 6 points here in the early going for the senior. Swinford on the far side. Back to Montez the second up top. Good pick and roll with Wosu, but a foul is called. Cougars with a near takeaway. Kevin Bishop will pick up the foul. That's his 3rd. Certainly going to be something to keep an eye on, and as soon as they heard that it was a Bishop foul, there's Tino Shabai checking in for Bishop. Bishop has been dominant, 8 points, ties him for the team lead with Jack Halverson, but just unfortunately cannot risk losing him via foul trouble. especially when you'll need them in the second half. Montez the second on the far side, calling for the screen from Stevenson, gets it. The kick to Commander. Commander with the jumper, off the mark, and it ends up with Swinford despite a Halverson swat. Montez the second taking his time to set up the attack. The pick and roll there, but not executed. Swinford back to Montez the second for three. In and out it goes. And now a slew of bodies hitting the floor. It looks like Drew Bishop is going to be called for the foul. That's the 5th team foul here for the Cougars. And now a little bit of towel maintenance being called for by the official. 3:08 to go here still in the first half. Neither team with a player in double figures just yet. We mentioned the defensive nature of this game thus far. Both of these teams strong in the conference standings, so no surprise there's some good defensive ball being played. Here's Montez the second to Swinford with the floater. That's in and out. Drew Bishop securing the rebound. Bishop will bring it across the half-court line and give way to King on the far side. Over to Bobiker and back to Drew Bishop. That's King on the far side. King on the drive. Floater in the paint. Off the mark, but Halverson with the board. And now a travel called on Jaden King. Tough break there for SXU. So it'll be an inbound and possession Lakers. As soon as Commander picks this up, the clock will run. Just a hair over 2.5 to play. Pick and roll, nothing home for Wosu. Over to Montez the second on the far side. Here's Commander. Oh, and a good takeaway from Jaden King. Excellent reach. That big wingspan for the senior King paying off. Bobiker getting a quick word from Robert Ford as he brings it across the half-court line. Cougars going to work. King on the far side, over to Bobiker. Down low to Halverson. That's an easy two. Jack Halverson wide open in the low post. And the Cougars take advantage there for 2 more points. Montez the second, still the primary ball handler. He gives way to Swinford. Stevenson with the little floater, and it goes. $1:44 and counting to go here. As Bobiker swings it over to Bishop on the far side. Gets it right back at the point. Cougars looking down low, want that paint matchup against Wosu with Halverson. And now Halverson, they'll call a jump ball. And Roosevelt possession is the indication. So $1:26 officially here in the Shannon Center. Roosevelt able to steal another possession away from the Cougars. Montez the second will allow this to bounce before picking it up. Clock runs, 1:20 and counting to go. Commander back to Montez the second, fakes the shot, drives, nothing home, and that'll glance off what appeared to be a Lakers player, but the call will be out of bounds on the Cougars. So will be Laker possession. Montez the second goes back to work. Swinford up top. Over to Commander on the far side. And no shot. Foul is called. It looks like Drew Bishop will be called for the foul. That's the 6th team foul now here for the Cougars. Still on the floor, so nothing going for the Lakers. Stevenson on the turnaround, and he gets it to go. Hard to believe he comes off the bench. Currently leads the Lakers in scoring. He's got 10. Bobiker on the drive, nothing home, and a foul is called. Contact as Bobiker let that pass go. And we'll get a clock reset on our end. TJ Bobiker to the free throw line here for 2. After the Lakers have been on the bonus now for quite some time. And Bobiker sinks the first. 10-point lead for SXU here as we reach the final seconds of this first half. And Bobiker's 2 for 2. Montez the second will let this roll nearly all the way to half court. And then finally pick it up. Wise decision to preserve as much clock as possible. Montez the second, no look pass to Stevenson. His floater's good for another 2. Stevenson continuing to be a menace. And most surprisingly off the bench. But they'll need his size against guys like Halverson and Shabai. Under 20 seconds, the Cougars certainly looking to take the last shot. Bobiker on the drive. He'll pull up for the jumper, and that's a beauty from TJ Bobiker. Few seconds remaining. Montez loses it. Loose ball. King has to let it go. Does a hair late, and that will be the end of the first. Cougars will take the 11-point lead into the half. Certainly don't go anywhere. This one's shaping up to be an incredible finish between the two CCAC heavyweights. Number 1 Roosevelt in the conference standings. Number 2 Cougars. Step aside for a breather here at the half. We'll be back with you as the second half gets ready to start right here on the Cougars Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. About a minute 45 away from the start of the second half. Cougars currently hanging on to an 11-point lead coming out of the break. And the story so far for Roosevelt has been freshman Shane Stevenson off the bench, leading the way with 12 points. He's followed by Maurice Commander and Julio Montez II, each with 5. And Chima Wosu with 4 points off the bench as well. As for the Cougars, it's been a heavy dose of the starters in this one. Just 2 reserves have cracked the action thus far. TJ Babaker and Jack Halverson tied for 10 points apiece to lead the team. Kevin Bishop, 8 points, but 3 fouls in that first half has limited his minutes. But however, he has been very effective in those limited minutes. Tino Shabai has 5 points on the evening, 2 of 3 shooting off the bench. Jaden King just held to 4 points in that first half. He's coming off a 26-point performance just a week ago. And then Cedric Johnson rounding out the scoring with 4 points of his own, as well as 5 boards. Drew Bishop, just a lone rebound and a couple of fouls to his name thus far. In case you're joining us late, this is a big battle here between the Lakers and Cougars. Effectively, the battle for number 1 in the conference standings. Roosevelt 16-2 in conference play. That has them atop the standings despite their 19-7 record compared to the Cougars' 21-5 record. But that 15-3 CCAC record is what keeps the Cougars firmly in second place, at least for the time being. Big second half coming up here. 11-point difference between these two teams. 20 minutes on the clock. And this will be high-intensity basketball down the stretch here. Great crowd on hand for senior night this evening. And surely the Cougars want to come out firing and hot at the beginning of this second half. Want to keep that 11-point lead intact. Certainly don't want to allow this Lakers team to find any kind of momentum. Otherwise, it could be a very long second half for SXU. Cougars will start with all 5 starters on the floor. The Lakers will do the same, and we're underway with second half action in this CCAC matchup. And the ball is lost by Johnson right out the gate. Good defensive strip there from Roosevelt. Montez II will slow up and allow the rest of his teammates to get in rhythm. He and Commander will exchange passes. Now over to Myers on the far side, and that was initially poked away, but a foul is called. It'll be against number 20, Jack Halverson. That is just his first, so Cougars with the first foul out of the break. And that will reset the Lakers. And it looks like Montez II has some kind of hand injury. He's getting it taped up here on the near side, maybe a wrist or even a thumb is what it appears. Non-dribbling hand, so the officials allowing him to get taped up, and he'll do just that and return to the action. 19:35 to play here in the second half, and you might be able to see that green tape at home on Montez II's wrist. Here's Swinford on the drive, has to kick up top to Commander. Nothing home there as it's kicked to Myers in the corner for 3, and he converts. Big shot for Max Myers out of the break. And just like that, the lead dwindles for the Cougars. However, they still hang on, leading by 8. Babaker's going to pull up for 3 from the point. That's off the mark, but a foul on the floor is the indication. It appears that it will be against the Lakers. Max Myers called for the foul. A push is the indication, so possession will remain with the Cougars despite the missed shot. It'll be Jaden King inbounding from the baseline on the far side. Babaker to King. King fakes the shot, drives, tries to get it to go off the glass, cannot, but Halverson gets there, and a beautiful block by Ajabuye will send the Lakers the other way. Great defensive play from the graduate student, Ayo Ajabuye. Myers with it now on the far wing. Looking for a teammate, gives it back to Montez, the second up top. Here's Commander on the drive. Floater in the lane is good to go. 5-0 run to start the second half here for these Lakers. Exactly the response they wanted coming out of the break. And now that will force Robert Ford to burn a timeout. Each team with 4 remaining. Cougars now only lead by 6. After a 5-0 run from the Lakers to start the second half, we'll step aside for a brief breather. We'll be back with you here in just one moment on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Senior night here in the Shannon Center. Ron Luce joining you on the call for this one. It's a great battle here between number 1 and 2 in the CCAC on the men's side. Cougars holding on to a 6-point lead, but led by 11 at the half. A 5-0 run for the Lakers coming out of the break. The difference so far in this first minute 39 of play. Cougars will inbound from the far sideline. It's Johnson. And he'll get it into Babaker to get things started. King back to Babaker and over to Johnson on the far side. All 5 starters we noted in the game for the Cougars. Babaker's denied. That's another big block. This is Ajaboye yet again. Here's Montez the second now bringing it up the court. And they'll slow things down as D. Brown screams out from his bench. Commander pass down low. Swinford looking for help, tries to take it up, and it's off the mark. Johnson securing the rebound for the Cougars. Good defensive response for SXU there after a big block from Ayo Ajaboye. It's Johnson on the far side, nice pass. King wanted the shot, gives it to Babaker. Oh, and Babaker might have looked for the alley-oop lob there to Bishop. Miscommunication between a pair of Cougars. And that's another turnover that will favor the Roosevelt Lakers. This time Commander will serve as the point man. Something to keep an eye on with Montez the second and that wrist on his left hand. Myers dish, Commander 3 off the mark. Jaden King easily securing the rebound. And Babaker will slow the pace for these Cougars. Waiting for instructions from Robert Ford on the sideline. There's Babaker on the drive over to Johnson on the far side. That's Bishop in the high post down to Halverson in the low post. And that's a beautiful and one for Jack Halverson. That'll send the big man to the line. Tough bucket indeed for Halverson. And good work down low for the Cougars big man. A little bit of equipment maintenance for Halverson here as he has to retie his right shoe. 16:52 to play here in this second half. Still a lot of basketball left. All about momentum swings from here on out for both sides as Halverson completes the three-point play. Cougars lead 44-35 now after a good response out of their timeout. Montez the second over to Commander on the far side. Nothing home as the guards play catch outside the arc. Swinford in the high post. Kick. That's Myers driving the baseline. He's denied by Halverson. Here come the Cougars. What a block for Jack Halverson. And good defensive momentum right there for the Cougars. Johnson open on the other wing. Good ball movement still from SXU, everything to the outside. Kevin Bishop off the glass, can't get it to fall, and tries to run it down, but it will be Laker possession after a couple of bodies hit the floor. And a substitution coming now for the Lakers. Ajaboye will return to the bench as number 35, Shane Stevenson, returns to the floor. Montez the second will still serve as the point man as we tick under 16 minutes to play in half number 2. Montez gets the screen from Stevenson. Babaker stays with him. Myers wanted the three. It'll be Montez instead. In and out it goes off the backboard. Cougars come away with it after Johnson runs down the loose ball. 44-35 your score. King pulling up from deep for three. Jaden King raining threes. That's a big shot for the Cougars' leading scorer. And a little bit of a momentum swing now as the Cougars' lead is in the double figures. Commander down low to Stevenson in the high post. Good pass to the far side. Montez for three, just short. Here's King working quickly in transition. And a carry will be called against King. Certainly think he had to feel the Myers pressure from behind there. Might have led to that. So a lucky break indeed for the Lakers after the carry. That could have been a defense into offense situation for the Cougs. Unable to get it done there. Commander to Montez once again. They'll work it down low to Stevenson. Stevenson with the floater off the glass. That's no good. And Babaker in the right spot to collect on the rebound. Babaker down low to Bishop. Now Kevin Bishop working against Stevenson. He's going to draw the foul. Excellent work down low for Bishop. He and Halverson have given these Lakers fits all game long. And we've seen those foul numbers pile up for the Lakers, committing 10 fouls in the first half. Got the Cougars all the way into the bonus. Bishop will convert on his first free throw attempt. Looking to go 2 for 2. Babaker and Halverson are the only Cougars in double figures for the time being. And after that made free throw, Bishop will join them with 10 of his own. 14:39 and counting to go here. Still lots of basketball, but if you're Robert Ford and the coaching staff, have to be pleased with the Cougars' play after that 5-0 run to start everything off for the Lakers in the second half. Stevenson down low, trying to get it to go. Won't. Halverson able to collect on the rebound. Good defense from the Cougars' big man to force the missed shot from the freshman. 49-35. King, blocked shot, gets his own loose ball back. Halverson, foul called. This will go against the Lakers. That'll be number 12, Yuri Swinford, picking up the foul. And that'll send Jack Halverson to the line here for 2. Really the most notable thing so far in this game has been the dominance of the Cougars bigs as Halverson misses the first free throw. They've had their way in the paint. 2 of the Cougars' 3 leading scorers are Bishop and Halverson, as Halverson collects on free throw number 2. Just a size mismatch, really, and I think a big reason why Stevenson's gotten so much time off the bench. Everything to the outside right now for the Lakers on offense. Plenty of time to shoot as Myers collects. Nice move, nearly loses it, but picks up the loose ball. Fights hard, but Stevenson's there for the putback. Nice tip by the big man. Babaker to Bishop down low. And Bishop's going to draw the foul. Stevenson got a piece of him. And those fouls for the Lakers continue to pile up. For example, Myers and Swinford both in foul trouble. They both have 4 fouls already. And there is a lot of time left in this game. Bishop unable to convert on the first free throw. Looking to make it 1 of 2. And he will go 1 of 2. Commander will pick up the rolling pass from Stevenson to get the possession started. Myers over to Montez the second here on the near side. It's Commander, far side, nothing home. Everything to the outside still for this Lakers team. Nice pass. Myers wanted the corner three. He'll drive. Nothing home as the baseline drive from Myers cannot fall. Cougars able to take away the rebound and go to work on offense. Halverson in the post. He kicks out for Johnson. Thought about the three, but instead looks for the pass. 10 to shoot now for the Cougs. Babaker with it, falls to the ground. And now a jump ball is called. And it will be Roosevelt possession, so a lost offensive opportunity there for the Cougars. And a little bit of floor maintenance, or pardon me, ball maintenance that is, will occur as the official wipes the game ball off. 12:46 to go here in half number 2. Both teams with 4 timeouts remaining of their total 6 coming into the game. 51-37 your current score. Looks like the floor maintenance is complete. Lakers will inbound from the far sideline. It'll be Stevenson to Myers to get things started. So Montez less and less with that wrist, serving as the primary ball handler, will be something to certainly keep an eye on for the Lakers. Swinford nearly dropped it. Commander's going to pull up for 3, and it's good. That's a big three-pointer for Maurice Commander. Oh, and a big steal now as Myers takes away the pass. Commander, 3, it's good. What a turn of events. And the Cougs will take a timeout to slow the momentum. Wow, what a shift. 51-43 after back-to-back three-pointers. And it will be a full timeout taken here by the Cougars. Maurice Commander, back-to-back threes, has made this game ever that much closer. Just an 8-point game now. We're going to step aside for a brief breather. We'll be back with you here in just a moment on the Cougar Sports Network. Cougars in need of a momentum swing here as we return during the timeout. Cougars had a healthy lead, but 6 consecutive points on back-to-back threes from Maurice Commander in back-to-back possessions has brought this game ever that much closer. Now just an 8-point contest here from the Shannon Center. Ron Lewis on the call with you here for this juggernaut battle between 1 and 2 in the CCAC. Roosevelt entered play tonight with a 16-2 conference record. That is best in the CCAC. Cougars coming in 15-3 despite the better overall record. Cougars 21-5 entering play tonight compared to 19-7 for these visiting Lakers. Cougars need to get this into the front court. Babaker will throw it up for Halverson, and they'll settle things down to get things going. Good work there, avoiding the full court press. King thought about a shot, gives way to Babaker. There's Bishop down low, and an easy bucket for Kevin Bishop. Good work for Bishop. Again, the Cougars bigs feasting in the low post for most of this game. And their 2 bigs are the leading scorers right now. Halverson with 14, Bishop with 13. Montez on the near side here, waiting for a screen potentially from Stevenson. It comes, but Johnson was ready. Swinford. Tough bucket chance, but it won't fall as Johnson collects. 10-point lead for the Cougs. And you can feel the animosity in the gym, and here comes Commander after the steal. Maurice Commander, nice move to the bucket, and Stevenson able to clean it up on a second go. Missed the first chance, cleaned it up on the second go-around. And a good answer there from the Lakers. Kevin Bishop on the drive, And an offensive foul called. That'll be Bishop's fourth. And just like that, that'll force Tino Shabai into action. Kevin Bishop to the bench. A big loss for the Cougars, especially with how good Bishop has been down low. It'll now be on Jack Halverson to carry the load. Tino Shabai, an effective big nonetheless, but certainly maybe more of a sharp shooter than a physical big. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this game goes from that perspective offensively. Stevenson with it down low, kicks back up to Montez II. That's Commander on the far side. He's the hot hand, but that's off the mark. And Shabai using that lanky 6'9" frame to haul in the rebound. Commander, tough defense here against Babaker as he brings it across half court. That'll be Johnson on the far side to collect. Cougars go to work. Johnson thought about the shot, gets it over to Jaden King. King pulling up for three, it's off the mark, but Johnson in the right spot to clean up. Good work by Johnson identifying that shot going to be offline from Jaden King, and he did a nice job being in the right spot. Timeout Roosevelt, both teams now with 3 timeouts. And we're going to step aside and take a breath ourselves. Just a hair over halfway left to go in this second half. Don't go anywhere. 10-point lead for the Cougs. We'll be back in a moment on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everyone. 10:04 to play here in half number 2. Cougars currently hanging on to a 10-point advantage over visiting Roosevelt. And it is senior night. Men's women's doubleheader here tonight. This game 2 of said doubleheader. The women took game 1, that being the SXU women, by a final score 89-64 over Roosevelt. And they, for the time being, stay in a top 4 CCAC spot as they hope to host a tournament game next week here in the Shannon Center. They'll learn more after Saturday's game. The Cougs men and women's teams will be on the road at Olivet Nazarene for the final game of the season. And for both teams, men and women, that game, a lot of importance in the CCAC standings. And that'll shed light on who each team will play in the CCAC tournament. Both teams will make it. Swinford on the hook. That's no good. Halverson able to collect the board. Good response for the Cougars right out the gate here after the Lakers' possession. Johnson with it on the far side. Montez II giving pressure. Shabai all the way to Johnson. To Babaker. He's going to pull up for 3. That's off the mark. Myers running down the rebound. Swinford over to Commander. Montez II. Myers. Baseline drive. Kicks. Commander. 3-pointer. That's off the mark. Johnson in the right spot for the rebound. He's already got 11 on the night. Babaker will slow the offense down as King has it on the near side. 13 to shoot for the Cougars, taking their time to get the offense set up. Here's Johnson on the drive. Takes it around, trying to get a reverse, and he'll draw the foul. That's the 6th team foul now for these Lakers. A little more discipline in the second half. They worked their way all the way up to 10 fouls in that first half. Johnson to the line here for 2. 8:47 to go in this one. Johnson's first shot off the mark. Swinford will head to the bench for Roosevelt. It'll be Wosu checking in off the bench. Junior forward from Chicago, Illinois. But Johnson converts on the second free throw. Montez II will pick the ball up and get things started now for the Lakers. Tension, anxiety, every emotion you can imagine building here in the Shannon Center. You can almost feel it in the buzz of the crowd. Commander here on the near side looking to open things up against Babaker. Will get a screen. Good response from TJ Babaker. Stevenson on the drive, and that'll draw the foul. Babaker will pick up the foul. That'll send Stevenson to the line here for a couple of free throws. 8:21 officially left here on the clock. Stevenson leading the way, 16 points thus far with 4 boards. 8 of 12 from the field as he misses on the free throw. He's had a strong night tonight. Certainly worth keeping an eye on, though. Swinford, Ajaboye, and Myers, all with 4, 3, and 4 fouls respectively. And that'll be something interesting to keep an eye on as this game persists, especially with Myers still on the floor. Halverson, athletic play to haul in that pass that was just out of his wheelhouse. So the Cougars able to easily maintain possession here in the front court. Waning toward 8 minutes to play. King on the drive. He'll pull up in the mid-range for 2 and delivers. Jaden King coming through when they need him most. That's a big bucket to keep the Cougars in front by 12. Nice move by Myers. Looking for the pass, and he finds Wosu. That ball's up in the air. Who's going to end up with it? Montez II does. Commander on the drive. Looking for a pass. Finds Myers. Foul called. Johnson off balance will be called for the foul. Only his first, however, so no foul concerns there for the Cougars. Myers will inbound from the far sideline. Commander back to Myers. Myers pulls up for the J and delivers from the baseline. Big shot by Max Myers. We mentioned in the first half last year the dagger here in the CCAC tournament. Roosevelt upset the number 4 seed Cougars as the 5 seed. And it was a Max Meyer buzzer beater that sent the Lakers home victorious. Babaker over to Johnson on the far side. Shot fake, pulls up for the 2 and delivers. Beautiful shot fake and shot then by Johnson. Cougars still in front by 12. Myers on the far side. Waiting for help, gives it to Stevenson in the high post. Working against Halverson, the floater will go. Robert Ford wanting a travel call, won't get it. And the Cougars get it into the front court quickly as Tino Shabai slows things down. Babaker here on the near side. Waits for teammates to get in position to run the offense. 10-point game as we tick under 6.5 to play. Stevenson working against Halverson. Halverson turnaround hook and it goes. Jack Halverson continuing to deliver in that post. That'll bring him up to 16 on the night. Stevenson on the drive, nothing home as he looks for a pass. Commander will settle things down around the logo and give way to Myers on the far side. Commander on the drive, nice pass to Stevenson, the floater is good. Shane Stevenson continuing to lead the way for this Roosevelt team off the bench. That latest bucket giving him 21 points on the night. Halverson into the front court. Cougars will slow things down, and it's a game really against the clock as long as the Cougars continue to make their shots. King will take over and give way to Shabai. Back to King. Roosevelt ready for it. Good support, help from Stevenson. Babaker at the buzzer. Off the mark as Myers hauls in the rebound. And that'll be a timeout taken now by Roosevelt with 5:17 to play. Talk about a crazy game thus far. We're going to step aside for a breather here with this full timeout. Don't go anywhere. We're in store for a great finish right here in the final regular season game and on senior night here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Cougars holding on to a 10-point advantage right now over top-seeded Roosevelt in the CCAC. Cougars number 2 in the conference standings entering play this evening. 5:17 to go here in this second half. Ron Luce on the call with you for senior night. This is the second leg of a doubleheader. The SXU women took care of Roosevelt's ladies earlier today. A 5 o'clock tip-off resulted in an 89-64 score. And right now with things currently standing 62-52, we're in store for an incredible ending between these two CCAC heavyweights. Roosevelt will inbound from just in front of their bench. Commander gets it into Myers, and the Lakers will go to work. Drew Bishop freshly inserted into the game, as is Kevin Bishop, needing to give Jack Halverson a breather, as they'll need him down the stretch. Commander pulls up for 3 and delivers. That is a beautiful dagger for Commander right out the gate. And a good read by Shabai there to not touch that ball after Stevenson got a piece of it. It will remain Cougar possession. Under 5 to play now, 4:50 officially on the game clock. Cougars in front by 7, and the inbound goes to Babaker as he fights off Commander to get into the front court. And it looks like Commander's going to pick up a foul. And that will put the Lakers in the first phase of the bonus. So TJ Babaker's heading to the free throw line for 1, potentially 2 free throws. Freshly checking in as well is Yuri Swinford, as Babaker sinks the first free throw, earns himself a second. It's number 5, Chima Wosu, getting a chance to head to the bench. And Babaker 2 for 2 at the line. Good work from the senior guard. 9-point game now following the pair of free throws. Ticking toward 4.5 to play on the game clock. Commander wanted the pass to Montez, instead gives way to Myers. Myers with it again on the far wing. Stevenson in the lane, in and out it goes, and now Bishop will draw the foul. And Max Myers is going to foul out. That's 5. Oh, and there is the correction. That is 5. So Max Myers is done with 4:21 to play. And that is a big loss when your third leading scorer fouls out with this much time still on the clock. Kevin Bishop now to the free throw line. Again with the first phase of the bonus initiated. And Bishop gets the friendly roll. 10-point game and a second free throw for number 5, Kevin Bishop. Remember, Bishop also in a bit of foul trouble. He's got 4, so that'll be something to keep an eye on down the stretch here. He and Halverson have been strong tonight, and he goes 2 for 2. Good free throw shooting on back-to-back possessions for the Cougars. Commander gets the help from Stevenson. Good ball movement over to Montez on the near side. Commander gets it back, pulls up for the 3 and delivers! And 1 3-pointer for Commander. That is a massive shot at this point in the game. 4:07 on the clock. And Commander's at the free throw line. Robert Ford not happy as he talks over with Babaker. And Commander sinks it. And just like that, just a 7-point game after a 4-point play. Maurice Commander now over 20 points. Joining Stevenson at that milestone. Johnson receiving the inbound pass, gets it into the front court easily. to the hoop. Can't get the roll to go, but good play by Bishop. And Kevin Bishop, offensive foul. He's going to foul out. And these officials have called that offensive foul all night on Bishop. And Bishop not happy. Coach is trying to tell him to keep his cool. We saw earlier this season he got into an argument with an official and it resulted in a double tech and an ejection. He was suspended for a game. So no Kevin Bishop down the stretch here for the Cougars. No Max Myers down the stretch for the Lakers. That pass to Wosu nearly knocked away. Commander, the hot hand right now for these Lakers. He'll pull up for three. In and out it goes. Loose ball, Babaker's got it. Under 3.5 to go. Cougars still in front. Tino Shabai over to Johnson, and the Cougars will settle things down. Anxiety running high here in the Shannon Center. Both teams here represented well in the stands. We tick toward 3 to play. Babaker on the drive. Back to Shabai. Not a clean pass. He pulls up. 3 ball for Shabai! What a shot off balance 3! Tino Shabai! Wow! The Cougars need a big response on the defensive end here. Talk about a crazy shot from Tino Shabai. Commander gets it, and now Montez. Crowd getting into it. Here's Wosu. Kicks. Stevenson 3 from the corner. It's off the mark. Halverson with the rebound. Under 2.5 to play. Babaker brings it into the front court for the Cougars. Settles things down. Montez, Babaker, hanging out around the logo as the clock winds down. Cougars trying to take away as much time as possible, not giving D. Brown and his Lakers team a chance. Babaker on the drive, off the backboard, and draws the foul. That'll send TJ Babaker to the line, nearly an and one opportunity. Babaker at the line. Montez, the second, picking up the foul there. That is his third. And Babaker's first shot off the mark. Looking to recollect here on the second opportunity. And he will sink that one. And now the Cougars defense needs to come through. 11-point lead for SXU. Commander pulls up, 3 ball off the mark. This time it's Shabai with the rebound. Lakers retreat. Johnson. Everything kosher as Babaker brings it across the half-court line. Time ticks away. 14 to shoot for SXU. This is Johnson working against Montez the second, under 10 to shoot. Shabai, deep 3, off the mark. And it's Commander coming away with the rebound. Quickly will they move. Montez the second, 3-pointer, it's good. Excellent answer for the Lakers. And now a timeout taken here. And it looks like it will be a full timeout taken by Roosevelt. We'll step aside for a breather. $1:10 remains on the clock here. Don't go anywhere. We're in store for an epic finish right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. $1:10 on the clock here. 8 points separate these two teams. Cougars will have possession in the half court, in the full court, following a big bucket for the Lakers. Huge three-pointer. Johnson bringing it in quickly. Babaker will slow things down, and there's the foul given. 59 seconds to go, and TJ Babaker will head to the line. That's 10 fouls, so both phases of the bonus achieved. Cougars with just 16 fouls. Lakers back-to-back halves with double-digit fouls, and Babaker able to hit his free throw. 59 seconds remaining. Realistically, 2 to 3 possessions remain in this game as Babaker hits both. And the Cougars are going to take a timeout here and talk things over. We'll stick with you through the timeout and set up the situation at hand. If you're joining us late, you've missed an incredible game thus far. Entering tonight, these two teams atop the CCAC standings. Roosevelt came in with a better conference record, 16-2 overall. Cougars 15-3. However, the Cougars do have the better overall record, so in the event of a tie, the Cougars would jump into first place with that 21-5 record versus a 19-7 overall record for these Lakers. Still a great season under D. Brown and company for this Roosevelt team, who a year ago finished as the 5 seed in the conference standings, and we've highlighted that matchup from a year ago quite a few times. In Robert Ford's first season as head coach, the Cougars fell on a buzzer beater by Max Myers, who fouled out tonight for the Lakers in a 5-versus-4 matchup in the CCAC tournament a season ago. And now this game, ever important, especially for the Cougars. They are currently tied for second with Olivet Nazarene, but have that one-game advantage in the overall standings as the tiebreaker. A win here tonight would certainly help and project them into the top spot. And it would ultimately drop Roosevelt to third in the CCAC standings if SXU can hang on. Now that we've articulated the situation at hand, inbound coming here from the Lakers. Montez will receive it, and we're under a minute to play. Montez to Commander. He's going to pull up for 3. The hot hand, it's off the mark. Halverson on the boards. And that'll send TJ Babaker to the free throw line. The foul given by Montez. That is his 4th, as indicated by the scorer's table. So TJ Babaker here with another chance to add to the lead. And won't get the lucky roll on the first one. Still gets a second chance with both forms of the bonus being achieved, hitting that 10 foul mark. Babaker able to sink number 2. Here's Commander now. Roosevelt needs a quick bucket in order to keep this thing alive. Deep 3, almost Steph Curry distance. Wow, what a shot from Maurice Commander. And now a whistle. We'll slow things down. 37 seconds to play. Wosu called for the foul there as he gave it. Just his second. And it's Jaden King at the free throw line now. Haven't heard much from King. Only 9 points tonight after 26 his last time out. But a trio of Cougars in double figures. Kevin Bishop, who fouled out, had 15 as King converts on the free throw. Halverson has 16. Babaker has 16. Babaker, a very sparkling 8 of 10 from the free throw line, has gotten a lot of opportunities from the charity stripe. King bangs home free throw number 2. And we're getting dangerously close to the shot clock going away. Montez bringing it up the floor again. They need a quick bucket. And they'll give it to the hot hand Commander. He'll pull up from range. Off the mark, out of play, and it will be Cougar possession after it tips off of Swinford. D. Brown not pleased with the call, but will bark out the defensive orders for his club on the inbound here. Johnson receives the inbound. Shot clock gone. The Cougars can wind this down, assuming no fouls are given. Shabai into the front court. He'll hold on to it. Babaker circles back, and he's going to let this wind down. The Cougars are atop the CCAC with a huge victory over the Lakers this evening, 75-65. The Cougars will for sure host a game here next week. Be sure to join us for that one here on the Cougar Sports Network. But for the last time in the regular season, Cougars win 75-65. I'm Ron Luce, and until next season, we wish you all the best. The Cougars are atop the CCAC with a win on senior night. Have a good one. We wish you well from all of us here at the Cougar Sports Network. And the Cougars will for sure be atop the CCAC at least for a few more days. Again, I'm Ron Luce. We wish you well, and we'll see you in the tournament as the Cougars take the win and sweep the doubleheader over Roosevelt University right here at the Shannon Center.